How to establish your business the right way. The 3 things you need to do, or the 3 boxes you need to check to establish your business the right way. You need place, paperwork, and page. So first off, let's talk about the first one, place. And I'm sure you go like, oh, come on, King. I'm just starting off my business. How can I have a business place when I've not got my first client? Or you're going to tell me that, how can I go and open a store when I don't even have my first client? There is a way around this. The mistake I made is I thought that I needed a high-rise building or a nice office, and I spent money. Almost nobody came to the office. I lost money. And how now I advise my client to do it, and how I advise anybody who is starting up to do it is very different. If there's a target location, I'm trying to target people in that location. Let's say I want to target people in Prince William County. I want to target people in Washington, D.C. metro area. What do I do? Rather than just going to hire an office, if I don't have the funds to do that, I should be able to register something called a street address. Now, there are 2 ways to do it. How you register a street address, you can do it either through a mailbox, a P.O. box mailbox, meaning that all your business cards, all your letterheads, your business address, everything is going to use that address. The alternative, if you have something like, let's say, a co-working space in your area, what you can do is you can go and get something called a physical street address. Now, if you're based in the US, this is something that a lot of people don't know. You go to the UPS store and you tell them that you want to register something called a physical street address. If I have that address, what I'll do is I'll now go to, let's say, the IRS or the government registration agency, and now use that address to register the business. I'm not going to use my home address. I'm not going to use my personal, if I have an apartment, if I have a home, I'm not going to use that, because whatever address you put on your business, anytime there's a problem, that address is what is attacked first. So for you to be able to prevent other people from taking advantage of you in situations that maybe you're not wrong, somebody just thinks that you're making money. So the first thing they want to do is they want to target your business. Make sure the address you're using is a mailing address, like a physical street address. You can actually get an address and get stuff forwarded to. So from there, you go and pick up your stuff and you can bring it home. So let me give an example. You're an influencer and you want to start posting pictures and promote other people's business. Rather than telling them to send it to your house, get a P.O. box or get a mailing address, a physical street address. UPS store is a great place to start if you're in the US. They have a place called Regus. Regus is a co-working space. WeWork, they have a number of physical street addresses you can use. There are certain organizations, what they even do is they give you something called a day pass, but do not use your home address. You tell me that I was right only when there's a problem. When there's no problem, everything is nice. Clients are happy, are receiving money, but it's also a liability, because in case something happens, you're a business. When people start finding your personal residence, it's not everybody you're dealing with that is legit. It's not everybody that you're dealing with that doesn't think evil or negative. So if you have your home address on your business card, or you have your home address on your letterhead, on your website, what happens? I'm not trying to scare you. In this book, I shared a story of a lady that I told her not to use her mailing address. We had a meeting and I told her, hey, if you're going to start, she was doing interior decoration. And I told her if she's going to start, she shouldn't use a mailing address. She argued with me. She's like, no. Because of that, she walked away. She said she's not going to work with me. I was like, fine. I met her later on, only at a grocery store, and when she saw me, she put her head down and she started to cry. And I figured out, I was like, what is going on, this lady? Did I do something to her? Something wrong? She told me that the advice I gave to her in the earlier stages was right. Somebody came to her house. Long story short, she was being sued and she was losing her home. As much as you can, try to set up a virtual address or try to set up a physical street address. Don't make the mistake of using your home for business. Let it be the last resort. The last resort. There's no other alternative, and that's the only thing you can do. And even if you do it, make sure the period that you use your home is very short-lived. The whole purpose I've been preaching about online business is because you can work from anywhere in the world. I can be anywhere in the world. I could have been in Dubai and just have like a fake background behind me. I could have been in, let's say, Massachusetts right now. You don't know, because it's an online business. I don't have to be at a physical place. How do we leverage physical street addresses? This is how we leverage it. When you have a physical street address, number one, you look professional to your prospects. When people are looking at your address, let's say you give them a business card or they go to your website and they see an address and they have suite number 101, suite number 102. You have the perception of, oh, this is actually a business, an established business. Guys, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. If people start to get signals that they cannot trust you earlier on, they will not do business with you. Nobody knows you're a good person. It's only God knows you're a good person. Only God looks at your heart. Every other person, they look on the outside. They look at how you present yourself. They look at how you go about to do certain things, and they use that against you. So as much as you can, position yourself right so you can land the job, so you can land the contract, so you can sell the product or service, and keep yourself out of trouble by not overexposing your personal stuff like your home address. And what can you use this physical street address for? So if you go to a place like WeWork, the UPS store, Riggers, physicalstreetaddress.com, iPostal, all these things I'm mentioning, I have no affiliation with them. They are paying me nothing. It's stuff that I just recommend to my client. Once you have your physical street address, what you do is you use your physical street address to register stuff for your business with the state or the government. Now that is what you give to the state or the government. You can also use your physical street address to create your business bank account. I hope you're listening to what I'm saying. So your home address is not on your business bank account. It's your physical street address or your PO box or whatever address you get that you can rent out and put on. You can also use it to be able to forward your packages, checks, mails, whatever. So when somebody says that, hey, I want to send you a book, I want to send you a package, you can give them the business street address for them to be able to forward that stuff to, so it doesn't come to your house, so they don't know where you live. Very important. Next, you can display this physical street address on your website. It's very difficult for people to trust people when they go on their website and they don't have any address. But if you can give them a physical street address, let's say you're paying just $75 for 3 months for the UPS store. I don't know whether we've increased it, but with just that money, they're able to forward any mail you get to your home. They're going to be sending you text messages anytime you receive a mail. They're going to be following up with emails and all these different things. So let's say you're out of town, right? Anytime packages come, they pick it up, they hold it for you, they keep it for you. Just think about the convenience of that. Rather than you always thinking, oh, something is in front of my door, somebody is going to take it. Anything that has to do with your business, you can forward it to this address. All right. Now, you can also display this address on your business card. There's a number of things that you can do with it. But the length and breadth of what I'm saying is, don't use your personal address for business. Here's a pro tip here. It's okay to work from home or remotely as long as your business and home do not share the same address. If you need to meet clients in person but don't want to lease an expensive office, consider affordable co-working spaces in your area. The space can be rented for short-term or long-term, offering a budget-friendly alternative. The next step in order for you to establish your business the right way is paperwork. A lot of times people want to do business but they don't want to pay taxes. So guess what? They never register the business. Then they'll be collecting cash, they're collecting Cash App, they'll say pay me on PayPal, pay me on Zelle. They're trying to avoid taxes. This is the thing. It's difficult for you to build a big business if you are not legal. Look, recently we had something called the stimulus checks in America. During the pandemic, they said businesses who are not making a certain amount of money that was affected by the pandemic, they cut all these businesses' check. Guess who didn't get some of the check? The person who did not register the business. So they think, oh, they are so smart, they are avoiding taxes. But when you avoid taxes, you also avoid opportunities that comes with people who pay taxes. So my little 2 cents here is this: register your business and make it legit. If you listen to my last 2 videos, I spoke about how you can put things in place to make sure that you are almost guaranteed a client just before you even register your business. Figure out how you can actually register your business the right way, because there are certain checks and big amount of money that's not going to come your way if your business is not operating legal. You'll be operating under the table, making 1,000 here, 500 here, 200 here, but it's very difficult for you to go for the big bucks if your business is not registered. That's the truth. Oh, we don't want to be charged taxes. At the same time, you are also missing an opportunity to make more money. So which is better? Just pay your taxes, make the money that you can make, or stay where you are and not grow. So paperwork is register with the IRS, register with the states, register with all the government agencies to say, hey, I actually have a business and I've started it and it's legit. If you do not make profit, you don't pay taxes. You pay taxes on your profits. Paying taxes is not scary like that. Like the way people tell you, oh, be careful of this, be legit, register your business. If you owe money, pay it. That is the best way for you to actually get the best quality of clients by you actually doing things in the legit way. Now, under registering your business, there are 4 or 5 kinds of businesses. They have the sole prop, that's just you operating a business. They have the partnership, that is you with somebody else operating the business. They have a corporation, that is an established legal entity. They have the S Corp, that's another established legal entity type. And they have the LLC, limited liability company. Most people, when they start as a sole proprietorship or a limited liability company, where you actually start to see all the perks is when you start registering your business like an S Corp or a corporation. That is what I've personally seen, that it gives you most of the perks. Pick one that works for you. Usually pick a limited liability or an S Corp and register it and start to do your business. You get something called an EIN number if you are based in the United States. An EIN number separates your business from you, meaning that they perceive the business as one entity and they perceive you also as one entity. Now, I want to talk about the most important page for you. Those of you who have stayed over here, this is the biggest benefit you get. First, I spoke about place. Next, I spoke about paperwork. Now, I want to talk to you about the most important thing when it comes to establishing the business the right way. The third thing, in order for you to establish your business the right way, is page. What do I mean by page? Many times when people start a business, they just start and let's say they go to like an office space, they rent it out, they open it and they start to try and sell. It's like, oh, this is my office is right here, my store is right here. And if you want XYZ, this is where you get it. No. This is how you lose money fast. How you actually make money is you start a page, a website. So now you have your business address. You've been able to get your paperwork so you can create a landing page or website. The whole goal is you want to create a waiting list of people who are interested in your product or your service. So when somebody tells you that, oh, I'm looking for that dress, I'm looking for luxury clothes for offices, or I'm looking for books that I can read for personal development, whatever it is, you take their name, you take their email address, and you put them on a waiting list. The goal is you want to be able to have a backlog of people who are interested in your product or service before you actually launch. Because if you wait until you open shop to start operating the business, you lose a lot of money because it takes about maybe a good 6 months of marketing before you start seeing traction. So if you haven't done any marketing or anything and you make the mistake of just launching it, what usually happens is you have all these months that you are probably paying employees, you are paying for office, you are paying all these different things. You've not made one sale. And this is what discourages a lot of people when they are putting in the work and they are not getting the results. So I recommend to you that you create a landing page, you create a single page, a multi-page, even a funnel. Create something that people can go in and have an offer on there for them to opt in, for them to be able to get updates from you, get a countdown on when the business is going live, XYZ. So this is when you're actually even doing like your logo, your business card. The business is not even ready, but when you meet somebody, you start telling them about it and they say they're interested, you point them to that page, like drop them an email. And when it comes out, I have a special thing for you, and make sure you deliver on that special thing. So a page, and this is what my agency do. We do web design and digital marketing. And this is where most of the revenue come from, because the beauty about having a page is you are able to collect data from people to see the people who are interested and the people who are just telling you they're interested. Because somebody who is interested will always take the next step. They'll do something. They'll fill a form. They'll try to set up a meeting with you. They'll do something for you to know that they are interested. But if you meet anybody and say, oh yeah, when you're ready or your business launch, call me, you wouldn't know until the person has taken some form of action. So my recommendation, create a page and drive traffic to this page. And it's like you post on social media, you tell them about the business, coming coming soon. This is the website. These are the special offers for the first 100 people. Do everything you can to promote this page. Now on the page, we have 4 main kinds of pages. 4. Let me see my fingers. 4. The 4 main kinds of pages are landing page, single page, multi-page, and funnels. Now, none of the pages, to me, none of them are better from the other. You can't say, oh, a landing page is better than this and this is better than that. They serve for different purposes. When you're starting out, a landing page is good, but you have to quickly upgrade to make sure that you have a multi-page for SEO. You also have to be able to have a funnel in order for you to run ads. So some are good for running ads, some are good for search engine optimization, some are good for just starting out and just having some information out there for people to know that you are legit. So those are the 3 main kinds of pages. Now, I have a video that I went into more detail about how to create a page that converts, to create a waiting list, to create a page and create more conversions before anything is ready. I'll put it somewhere here in the video. And when you have the opportunity, go watch it because it breaks it down in much more detail on how to effectively use your page to generate more business online. But the whole goal about the page are 4 main things. Somebody write 4 in the comment section. If you see a website or you see a page, it has 4 main things it has to do. All the other things you see is noise. The 4 main things any great website does is 1, lead generation. Somebody's name, their email address, their phone number, sometimes even their home address, whatever it is. It collects information from people who are interested in the product or service. So 1 is lead generation. 2, customer conversions. Now what they do is, as soon as the person generates the lead, now they want to just sell them something to know whether the person is a serious person or not. If you want to see how mine works, if you type in blueprints, I'll automatically send the link to you. So if you type in blueprints right now, or you type it in one of my posts on Instagram, you get a message with a link and it shows you exactly how this works, because you get a free sample of 100K secrets, about 40 pages. But what happens is, right after you get to a certain point, there's a link that says, hey, if you want the book, you can get it from Amazon. Now, the people who are serious, they'll go to Amazon to go and get the full book to read it. Certain people will stop there. So now it shows you your hyper engaged audience. Alrighty. So lead generation is 1, customer conversion is 2, meaning that the person has taken a step and they have paid something. Next is customer ascension. So now let's say you come to me or you come to my ecosystem, and what you initially did is lead generation. You got the book. Customer conversion, you bought like a $4 version of this. The next step is customer ascension. So there'll be links in the book that say, hey, if you want to do like website, you want SEO, or you want to be able to even take my 5-day class or certain things, this is where you can find them. And what usually happens is customer ascension. The people who are now hyper serious, they take the next step. So you have a pool of people who say, I'm interested, but what you start to realize is some people start taking action and other people don't take any action. And you want to be able to give incentives to the people who take action, to be able to encourage them to take more action by actually rewarding their efforts. Then the 4th one is customer continuity. So after somebody uses your product or services, one of the things you can do to keep revenue coming in, and I can tell you what we do for our business, is you want to have a monthly subscription that generates income and gives value to the person. Let me give you an example. I mentioned my company. We do web design, SEO, digital marketing, and all that. How we are able to go about this, let's say lead generation, we have a post, somebody sees the post, they click on it, we give them some value on auditing their website, they come through the ecosystem. Once they do the audit of the website XYZ, we build a website for them. When it's done, they still need hosting, they still need SSL, they need privacy protection. If they don't pay us, they'll still have to pay GoDaddy, they'll still have to pay Bluehost, they'll still have to pay Google Workspace. So rather than inconveniencing them for them to manage all these different things, we bundle it into one product and we add value on top of it to say that in case they have changes, they want to do certain things, we are going to do that on top of this and add SEO on their website and do other work. This is a convenient service for clients. Think about your electricity bill. Every month you pay for it. Why? It's a convenient service for you. Think about your insurance. Why do you pay for it? It's a convenient service for you. So in your industry and your niche, find a convenient service that you know your clients are willing to pay for and offer it to them. So I'll create another video to talk more into detail about funnels and how they work, because that's that's the whole beast by itself. Pro tip is shift your emphasis of your web page towards highlighting advantages and results that customers can anticipate. Explore various lead magnets such as complimentary ebooks, PDFs, audits to boost your website's conversion rates. So when people come on your website, right, a reason a lot of people don't get a lot of leads from their website is they're just telling people, we do this, we do that, and most of the time people are not ready. So if people are not ready, what happens? Those people will not buy your product or service. So if you can give them something for free, then you now know who the person is that came to your website, and then you can do a follow-up with them for automatic email sequences to try and educate them and sell them on a product or service. These are the 3 main steps for you to be able to establish your business the right way. Have a place of business, register the business, and thirdly, get a website or a landing page. There's a wrong way to do something and there's a right way to do something. The wrong way is going to cost you time and money. The right way is going to actually give you more time and generate you more money. And all that information is right here in 100K Secrets, the 5-step blueprint to creating a 6-figure online business. If you would like a free sample, just comment blueprints below and I'll send it over to you. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about how to advertise your business as an expert. You can't be advertising your business as an expert, as an online business, if you don't have an online presence like a website or a funnel. You waste money. Like, are you going to just be running ads on Facebook? To where? So you first have to test these things to see whether they work before you start spending money and driving traffic to it. My name is Kim Boari. If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch my next video.